Welcome to Talking with Greenhills on Waycross Community Media. I'm Government Programming Coordinator Dana Gagnon, and this week we went over to the Greenhills Village Municipal Building before a council meeting so that we could have some time to meet one of the newest members of the Greenhills Village Police Department, as well as chat with the chief about things that are going on in the police department, and we also caught a couple of the council members to get updates on events that are coming up in the village.
Hi, I'm Neil Fertelman, Greenhills Police Chief. We've had some fun times in fall. We've been especially busy out in the community, kind of wrapping up a lot of our outdoor activities. We really kind of welcome fall into to being with Harvest Fest, and we were out there. We had lots of kids that went through our cruisers and took a look and got some coloring books and some stickers, so that's always a lot of fun. And then we moved on to Halloween. We had a triple Halloween treat for us. The Greenhills Baptist Church had a trunk or treat, and we were there, and we were able to participate with them. Also, the schools had a literacy-based trunk or treat, and that was a whole lot of fun. So we had other officers over there handing out candies. Now we had the big event itself, trick or treat. And so along with our fire department, there was a fire pumper that was out on the street, police cruisers were out, we were handing out goodies everywhere with it we could. So it's just a great community for those type of activities. On a more somber note, we participated on Veterans Day with a Veterans Day celebration, and bless our veterans that were out there despite their age, and some of them serviced many, many years ago. They were out there and celebrating that great day. Officer Holbrook and I actually got to participate in reading with kids, and second graders hosted us in their classroom. We got to go read one of my favorite books, the little police dog Gloria and Officer Buckles. So that was a lot of fun, and we're going to go back to visit our schools again for some of their holiday parties. Internally, we start some of our, as we get into more of our quiet times from summer, we are doing just a ton of training. We did everything from classroom training, where we trained our officers and changed some of our policies and procedures, some of the more mundane things that we do. But then it got a little more interesting. We did defensive tactics training. We tossed each other around on the mats and learned how to control people that sometimes want to fight with us to where we don't hurt them, but we can still keep them under control. So it's a lot of good training. We also trained our entire municipal staff on active shooter training, which is unfortunately something that goes along with the crazy world that we live in. But getting back to some of the, and then I wanted to mention one other thing. In our training, we also did wellness training for our officers. We brought in a clinical psychologist to talk to them, because not only has the world been difficult for everyone, it's been especially tough for police officers, so we're glad to have that kind of training so our officers know how to take care of themselves, not only physically but mentally as well. So as we move on to more fun things, one of the things that I'm really excited about is our upcoming Light Up Green Hills. One of the things we're going to be doing as police officers, and this is courtesy of Council Member Natasha Metz, we're going to be handing out cookies. What more fun could you have than that? So instead of our cooking with the cops, which we do in the summertime, we're going to do cookies with cops. So she is furnishing a whole basket full of cookies and probably more from Buskin Bakery, and we'll be handing them out. They also have hot chocolate at that event, so make sure you don't miss it. What goes better with cookies than hot chocolate? So it's going to be a great, great time, and we hope that you join us. So we've had a lot of changes in personnel this year in the police department. We've gotten really lucky. We've gotten excellent police officers to patrol our streets and keep our community safe. You're about to meet one of those. His name is Jared Francis. He comes to us. He's a rather new officer, but he's got some exciting and interesting things to tell you. So you're going to meet Jared next.
My name's Jared, Officer Francis, but I joined, in June. I've been on ever since, obviously. And I've gained a lot of experience. I've seen a lot so far, and I'm still planning on seeing more, still learning every single day. It's a great small town. Everybody kind of knows each other. I mean, that's what I was looking for. In my interview, I said I wanted to be the cop that just goes around and goes, hey, Joe, or insert whatever name you'd like in here. And I love doing community policing and stuff. Like, I did both the trunk or treats. That was so much fun. At first, I was always telling myself, I don't want to be just a regular patrol officer. But I've had so much fun just being the regular everyday cop that I don't know what I'll do instead. Of course, everybody wants to be the big stuff, the detectives. I'd love to be SWAT guy, of course, like every other rookie cop. But honestly, I'm having so much fun being regular patrol officer and learning so much that I don't really see myself changing anytime soon. When I was a little kid, I wanted to be, it's going to sound pretty dorky, but I 100% wanted to be like a paleontologist. I watched Jurassic Park over and over and over again. I was like, Dr. Grant, that's who I want to be. But my stepdad was always, he was a police lieutenant. He's always been a police officer all my life, and I've kind of learned everything I know from him, and I've always looked up to him, and so I'm kind of filling in his shoes, and I mean, I haven't regretted it ever since. So, of course, I'd love to be that cool guy that hangs out with and digs up dinosaurs and all that stuff, but helping everybody else out is a little bit more important and a little bit more fun, I'd say. Down the life of Jared Francis, that is going to be a long story. First, I mean, it was that, and then I can't remember. I, of course, played football. I wanted to be an NFL star, so I played football all throughout high school and everything. I was captain, played linebacker, had the chance to walk on at UC. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I just went into their engineering program, could not stand being on the computer, and lo and behold, here I am on a computer all day. But switched from that, then I went to, what did I go to? It wasn't interior design. It was some sort of design. I didn't really like that. My stepdad always said, stay away from law enforcement. You don't want to do that. So I finally got into an intro to criminal justice class, and I mean, I loved it ever since then. I was like, wow, I'm interested in this. I showed up way early to class. I stayed afterwards. I was asking my teacher everything. And the very next semester, I was in the academy, and then right out of the academy, I land here, and no looking back ever since then. My coworkers, I'd say, are probably some of the greatest I will ever have, and that I've ever had. So, I mean, from everybody from learning about OVIs and drunk drivers from Blake Mayberry to learning from veteran officers like Officer Lenhoff and Officer Moore, to learning about search warrants from Corporal Mathis, learning about drug vehicles and how to get into vehicles and how to stop serious crimes from Corporal Johnston, to all three of Sergeant Patton, Lieutenant Ward, Chief Ertelman. I mean, they gave me my shot here, and I'll forever be grateful for that. Officer Holbrook teaching me defensive tactics, teaching me that my greatest weapon is not my sidearm, but my words. So if I can de-escalate something, that's way better than having to go hands-on or something crazy like that. And I'm still learning from each and every one of them every single day, and I couldn't be happier. Some nights when it's super slow or we're not getting any calls or anything, we'll do online training in here. Like, I'm currently working on human trafficking training through the Ohio Attorney General. Oh, what do I do? I guess that's everything a 24-year-old guy does. I mean, I go to the range, I shoot my guns, I go work out, I play video games, I hang out with my family, my girlfriend's family. I got 2 big dogs, so I'm a dog guy. They're my sons, so I spend as much time as I can with them. My girlfriend has a nephew. He's like 4 years old, so I'm always doing all the Nerf battles and whatever whenever I go over there. Honestly, I'm just a West Sider through and through. Just like, always grown up on the West Side, and there truly is a difference between people that live on the East Side and people that live on the West Side. And Greenhills are 100% West Siders. So, I feel like I fit right in, and that I could talk to anybody here.
Hi everybody, my name is Natasha Metz. I'm a council member here at Village of Greenhills, and I just want to let you know about one of our great events that are coming up in the next couple weeks. We have Light Up Greenhills, which is always the first Friday of every December. It's from 6 to 8 at night. It's where we light up the commons and kind of kick off the holiday season around town. It's going to be kind of a low-key event, but a lot of different activities going on. We're going to have Santa coming to visit, and there's also going to be a mailbox where you can mail your letters to Santa. We're going to have a Christmas tree for people to decorate. There's going to be ornaments that you can make, your kids can make. The cops are going to be there handing out some cookies. We're going to have our huge bonfire, which is going to be fueled by pallets that the Boy Scouts are helping us throw on. Carriage rides. Oh goodness, there's so much going on in here that I just can't even think of all the different things. We've got food trucks. A food truck's going to come give out waffles, hot chocolate that the Messiah Lutheran Church is going to be handing out. There will be a Cincinnati dance troupe is going to be performing at 6:30. So make sure you're there for that. And we also have the ice sculpture coming back. But the biggest whole point of the event is to light up the commons. So right at 6 o'clock, we're gonna turn the power on, flip the switch up, and all of the lights are gonna come on and the commons. So if you wanna participate from home, even if you can't make it to the event, make sure you turn that timer for your lights to come on right at 6 o'clock so we can light up Green Hills.
Hi, I'm Councilmember Jennifer Osmanoglu. I just wanted to remind everyone that this is a time of year to get your leaves out. So there's a few guidelines on the Village of Green Hills website, but I'll go over them real quick. Have your leaves out by December 9th. They're going to come by once a week and pick them up. Until then, don't sweep your leaves into the storm drains. Try to keep them out of the street and I know parking's tight sometimes, but if you can avoid parking your car in front of a big pile of leaves, they'd really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Let's keep our streets clean.
Thanks for watching Talking with Green Hills on Waycross Community Media. You can stay up to date with everything that's happening in the village by watching their website. The website is www.greenhillsohio.us. When you're there, make sure you also click on the police department's page, because that's where you'll find the regular newsletter that the chief puts out, and you can see what's happening in the department. I'm Dana Gagnon, Government Programming Coordinator at Waycross, and I will see you at Light Up Green Hills.